Okay, so, dude, this is definitely gonna be a quick video, cause, I mean, it's just the nature of it, at least in my mind or whatever. It makes sense to me in a pretty big way. Um, the fuck. So, what is it? Dude, I'm watching a movie. They're putting this movie on like over and over and over and over again lately. Um, I don't know why they're doing that. Just like maybe so somebody like sees it. Like I'm not exactly 100% sure on that, but I don't see what else, or to like brainwash people about like a certain group of people. Like I'm not exactly sure what else to say about that. Yeah, dude, those are the only two things that come up in my head. But dude, I noticed that I'm making comments on movies lately. But anyways, getting to the movie, dude, there's this movie with Will Ferrell and what is that? Son of a bitch, I forgot his name. It was on the tip of my tongue, and then I forgot his name. Is it Wilson? Something Wilson. I don't know, dude. It's called Oldschool, right? With that Wilson guy and Will Ferrell, and then who else is in it? Vince Vaughn, and I don't think there's any other like prominent celebrity in that movie besides those guys. I'm just gonna say one thing about the movie that stuck out to me is, as far as I'm concerned, and I don't give a shit what anyone says, okay, is that they're doing the scene where, like, at the very beginning of the movie, right, where like the Godfather, whatever, he gets up and he like makes a speech, and then like after he does that, like they do that thing or whatever, there's a group of black people. I don't think there's any. You know what's funny about it is that I don't remember seeing, like, maybe I'd have to watch it again, but I don't remember seeing a black person anywhere in the auditorium or whatever, what the fuck it is, besides like this weird like paid people that are there for like 30 seconds or some crazy shit, and then they're like okay, you know, hit the road or whatever the fuck you want to say. But dude, I want to speak on the idea of like having black people force white people into marrying somebody that they might not necessarily want to marry, because it seems like that is, I mean, dude, though, like obviously the movie is based on people in real life. Dude, I'm not exactly sure what the movie is about 100%. I'd have to know those people personally. But I mean, if there is any truth to what was in that movie, like you have a black people and they're like, oh, you can marry these people, but you can't marry these people. It's like, what happens to those people? We just kill them. Okay, so it's almost like, dude, unless black people decide, like, unless there's like some sort of democratic, well, I don't think that's democratic necessarily. Dude, it's almost like it's like a global black majority or something, forcing a white group of people to marry another white group or whatever, and there's like certain groups of people that you can marry, and there's certain groups of people that you don't get to marry, and like the fucking the other group or something, I can only assume, like if you have, dude, if you have a black group of people telling a white group of people who to marry, I can only assume that the other group, there's a pretty good chance that if they're not married with some other, like a black family or something, or like they find like another white family. Well, dude, one thing I can say, like, I don't need to speculate. Dude, like all these people that died with COVID, you think that every single one of those people are married? Because I guarantee you there's a lot of single people in there that never, like, for whatever reason, like, never found somebody, and they never fucked anybody or whatever you want to say, so they never had kids or whatever. So, dude, all that I'm saying is, dude, it's weird to me that it's just weird, dude. What I'm trying to tell you is that you would think that if you want to marry somebody, that's a decision that you're making. It literally, dude. There's two circumstances that I can come up with in my head of why you would marry somebody, okay? And the second one is like iffy or whatever. If you have to ask me, I'm pretty old school, so I don't know. I'm just thinking the second one is like, I guess it could be a thing. It's not a thing for black people telling white people what to do, okay? That's what I'm trying to go towards. But, dude, is that you got a guy who just sees a girl, he's interested in a girl, and then he eventually gets around to marrying her, okay? Simple, easy peasy, right? Dude, then you have like some kind of family, large business situation where, like, if you marry somebody and the business grows instead of like you competing against somebody, and like, you know, taking into everything account that like you're compatible with that person or whatever you want to say, then like by marrying them, like you form some sort of unity. And but here's the thing, you know what's interesting about that second one? There might not be any sort of connection, like whether it's like love or chemistry, like that there might not, the connection, the connection, it might not be there, right? So like you can force somebody with that second one because it's for the betterment of everyone as a whole to marry somebody. But for some reason, if they don't like that person, right? Like eventually they just, it's like oil and water. Do you know what I mean? Like dude, I'm thinking that, I don't know, dude, those are my takes. I'm not gonna go into like some other, like aspect of, and there is a couple that I can talk about, but I'm not gonna go into like the other aspects of like what could potentially also be at play here. Dude, I think I made my point. Like, dude, people in completely different, like their face looks, their entire body and face looks completely different than dude, like what I'm trying to say, they're a completely different race of people, and they have some sort of influence on what happens in a completely different society, even though they don't live in that society. Like, that makes any goddamn sense at all. Dude, like, I've had to deal with that when I was doing the ski thing. Like, like, dude, think about this. Daniel Tosh made a joke about that, about Tyrell going to Breckenridge or whatever. And, dude, he's 100% right, okay? This shit, if you think about it, like, a lot of the times when I'm listening to blacks talk, they talk about, like, baseball and football and basketball and shit like that. Dude, you're talking about two completely different planets as far as I'm concerned. And there's some idea that you should have influence in something. It's like some black person saying that, dude, let's say you have something that is like 100% white, right? It's like white on white on white. And like the idea of, dude, I'm not exactly sure what the hell that would be, like making clogs or something, or like, dude, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank, but, dude, you could probably get the general idea. There are things in places that people like that are just never going to fit into, okay? And basically, there's this idea, right, that, oh no, you get to be a part of this too. It's like, what? Dude, the shit with the skis I was doing, dude, as far as I'm concerned, dude, what would be the likelihood of that materializing into a black person, like one weird Michael Jackson black guy that is like, oh yeah, I'm into skiing too, right? And it's just that one fucking kid, and there's nobody else. Out of like 300 kids, 300 kids are all white, right? And you got one black guy, or maybe two black fucking people, and they're like, oh no, we get to decide the future of this fucking idea. No, you don't. Because you're the fucking minority. Okay? You don't get to decide the future of something that you're not ever gonna be a part of. It's fucking ridiculous. And the same thing goes with what the fucking video I'm making right the fuck now. That shit is kind of weird to me, okay? And I don't think it has anything to do with fucking racism even, okay? This shit is, it's like, dude, it's like in the movie where, this is getting long, I'm trying to do it for 10 minutes and it's getting way over that. Dude, it's like in the movie where that Wilson character, right? He goes into the goddamn, he gets home from work and he's like, yeah, I thought, like, you know, I'm here for the gangbang or whatever, okay? There's like lines in the sand, whether you want to fucking believe so or not, okay? And it doesn't seem like anybody fucking has any problem whatsoever with crossing these fucking lines. Seriously. That's what I'm trying to tell you, okay? It's like, dude, you do whatever the fuck you're doing, you stick to your fucking area, and I'll stick to mine, okay? And that's how the fuck that shit should be. Dude, as soon as you have people thinking that they can, well, dude, I don't know, maybe this is bad for, like, tourism or some shit, but, dude, that's basically all it should probably ever be based on what I'm saying, right? It should only be, never get to the point where you're like staying there. You get to fucking visit a place, but you never get to stay there and just like, oh, I'm gonna set up shop here, whatever the fuck it is. It's ridiculous. And that's basically what's happened with me, okay? And that's basically, I don't even know what the fuck, how to describe what happened in that movie. That shit is really fucking weird, okay? It's like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Something to do with Italian people or something?